Hey, what is up everyone? My name is Kayla, aka Gabe, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna do another story time video because, well, my conspiracy video is still being edited. So, this is what you get until tomorrow. My conspiracy video will be up tomorrow, but I didn't want to leave y'all hanging. So, I decided to do another story time. And this one's pretty good. So, in 8th grade, I had to take a computer/keyboarding class. And I had it for 3rd period. And there's just a few things that you need to know about this school and this class before I get started. And that is, 1, we had these things called punch cards. And if you didn't get any punches on your punch card for 6 weeks or however long the period was, then you got to I think they did ice cream parties and stuff. They did different things, I'm pretty sure, to reward the students who didn't get punches on their punch cards for gum, being late to class, those kind of things. So another thing that you're probably going to need to know is that a week before this incident happened, there was another incident with the same teacher where she punched my punch card for gum. Even though I wasn't chewing gum, it was candy. That's 2 things you need to know about this story. So, I go into this class one day, and it's 3rd period, and I sat, everybody had assigned seats. Miss is what we're going to call her. Miss was very specific and very anal about where people sat. Everybody had assigned seats, and you were expected to be sitting there. One day, I went in and my computer was not working, and you're not supposed to try to fix it yourself. You're supposed to leave it for the teacher, so that's what I did. Well, instead of sitting in my seat and waiting on her, I moved to literally the seat next to me and just faced a different direction because I sat in a corner. So, I'm literally one seat next to mine. No one sat there. Well, the girl who sat there was never at school. So, I sat there and started doing my lessons, because before you could play games or anything, you had to finish all your lessons. And the tardy bell rings, and Miss comes inside to the classroom, and the first thing she notices is that I'm not sitting in my assigned seat, and she says, "Kayla, why are you not in your assigned seat? Please get in your assigned seat." I want to point out that I am the only person, the only body, the only soul that is doing their work like they're supposed to be. Everyone else is either not doing anything or playing games they're not supposed to be playing. I was doing what I was supposed to be doing, and I got in trouble. So that pisses me off. Yes, I know, I just said she's very picky about where you sit. But I just wanted to do my work to get it over with so I could play games. And I'm not allowed to touch the computer, even though I'm pretty sure it just needed to be restarted. So, I was a little mad that she made it a big deal to call me out in front of the class, even though I wasn't. It's not like I was across the room trying to sit with my BFF or something. I was literally in the seat next to mine, doing my work like I was supposed to be. Mind you, I already don't like her because she punched a hole in my punch card that I had since the beginning of the year for gum that I wasn't chewing because it wasn't gum. So, I aggressively stand up. I aggressively and forcefully force and push the chair underneath the table where it goes, mumbling something under my breath to the likes of "shoot me in the face" or something like that, because I'm pretty sure that's what I like to say at the time, and then continue to aggressively and forcefully pull out my correct chair, sit down, huff and puff, and scoot back into my table, pick up a book that my friend had got me for my birthday that I wanted and began to read it. This comes over. Kayla, why are you not doing your work? I calmly rolled my eyes and said to her, my computer's not working. I'm mad. I had a terrible, terrible attitude in middle school, but I'm ticked. So she then doesn't say anything else, proceeds to walk away from me and the computer, and does nothing to fix it. So I can't even get on my computer to start doing what I need to do. So I just keep reading. I didn't try to fix the computer. I just kept reading. So a few minutes go by and she walks over there and asks me again, Kayla, why are you not doing your work? I get mad telling this story. And I once again repeated myself, my computer no work. That's exactly how I said. She walks away again and then comes back like 10-15 seconds later. I'm reading my book again. And she says to me, do we need to go out in the hallway and talk about why you're acting like this and not wanting to do your work today? If that's what you want, miss, if that's what you, let's go into the hallway. To me, the only thing I have done wrong is sit in the incorrect seat, but I had a good reason to. I was just trying to do my work. My computer wasn't working. The tardy bell hadn't rang. She was still out in the hallway talking and chit-chatting with the teacher across the hallway. So 13, 14-year-old me did not feel like she was in the wrong. So we go out to the hallway, and I literally have my finger, wish I had a book, had my finger in the spot where I was going, and I was holding my book in one hand, and I go out into the hallway with Miss, and she just starts going on and on and on. I don't remember hardly anything she said, because as she starts talking, she begins to get loud and has an attitude with me, so I decided to just open my book and start reading again, and this pisses her off really, really bad. Like, this makes her so mad, because it's super disrespectful, I know, but she's chewing my ass for something ridiculous. Like, she's not even chewing my ass about the one thing I did do wrong. She's chewing my ass for not doing my work because she's not fixed my computer yet. She then tells me that I needed to put the book down and close the book and pay attention to her. And I just said blatantly to her, what you're saying is not fixing anything. We obviously just need to go to the office. And she responds, oh, you just want to go to the office? Let's go. So I carried a Nike bag with one of the drawstring ones, not drawstrings, one of the stringy, I don't even know what they're called, but they had the strings and you pulled them together and it closed your bag. Anyway, I carried one of those. It was black and it had a red Nike check on it, and it had I had a PSP, my friend had a PSP, and I had my cell phone in it. That's important because Miss was like, alright, let's go. So we go to walk down the hallway, and we look down the hallway, and I said, wait, I want my stuff. So I turn around and go back to the classroom, and she follows me in, and I go to grab my bag I go to get my bag. And as I go to walk back out, she stops me and is like, no, you're not taking your stuff. Why do you want to take your stuff? Why is your stuff so important? Because it's my stuff, bitch. I'm not going to leave my shit in here for somebody to steal or get a hold of. Fuck you. I'm like, no. So then, at this point, I'm livid. I am so mad it's ridiculous. I'm shaking. I'm mad. And to calm myself down, because she won't let me leave, we're standing in the front of the classroom, everybody's looking at us, and she starts rambling on. I'm not even sure what she was talking about for most part. But I just continued reading my book because I didn't want to hear it. Like, I just don't, at this point, I'm not understanding what the big deal is and why she has such a problem with me. So, I start reading my book, and she starts rambling on, and she probably went on for like 2 or 3 minutes, and everyone in the classroom was just watching us, and finally, she said something that should have never been said by a teacher, especially to me, because it hit me the wrong way. Like, is all I can say. So, I'm sitting there and she's rambling on. She blatantly says out loud for everyone to hear, "Where did your parents go wrong in raising you?" And I dropped my book, I balled my fist up, went to hit this bitch, because who the fuck do you think you are? And suddenly changed my mind. Like, I just had to call, I just took a deep breath, and it was, yeah. At that point, the teacher across the hall I actually had for first period has, in the midst of this, come out and is watching through the open door, the open classroom door. When she hears me say that, and me drop my book and ball my fist up like I'm about to knock this stupid bitch out, she comes, which is funny, she comes to our door, the classroom door that we're in, and picks up the phone and calls for the on-site officer, whatever, school officer, to come to the class when there's a situation. So, he automatically assumes, because I'm the student, that I'm the one causing the problem, which, in a way, I started it, but she should have fixed my computer and there would have never been a problem. He automatically comes in and he's all up in my face and he's like, "Are we gonna have a problem? Are we gonna have a problem?" And I'm like, "No. I just wanted to come and get my stuff before she took me to the office." And he looks at me funny. "Alright, well, get your stuff." Okay, like, that's what I was trying to do. Get my stuff. So I grab my bag, and he takes me to the office. He doesn't say anything to me the whole way there. Sitting in the office waiting for the principal, and when he comes in, I was well known in the school because of my older sister. She liked to cause problems for everybody, and my parents had to go to the school a couple of times for her, so I was well known. I'm actually known as so-and-so's little sister. Every time somebody who knows her sees me, "Oh, that's so-and-so's little sister," and that just never, ever gets old. So, I was pretty well known, and I had been to the principal's office a couple times before, but it wasn't because I was in trouble. I was actually bullied a lot in middle school. I came out as a lesbian in the 6th grade, and that was, I don't want to say a terrible idea, but I did, and I got bullied a lot, so moving on. That's a little side note. So I was well known. He was the vice principal who come and got me out of the office waiting area and took me into her office to ask me what had happened. I gave her my version of the story, and I don't know if she just didn't believe me, or she didn't want to have to deal with the fact that what the teacher had said and how the teacher reacted to my behavior was not appropriate. Just to avoid that, she notices the headphones I have around my neck that went down my shirt and into my pocket. But my headphones weren't connected to anything. They were just there so I didn't lose them, and I didn't have them wrapped up in my pocket because that ruins headphones. So she points out that those are against the policy, the school rules, whatever, and that I should have gotten in trouble for those anyway. And I pulled them out, and I was like, they're not even connected to anything. They're just so they don't get messed up, because I wear headphones on the bus because every motherfucker on the bus bullies me for being gay. Like, okay, I got bullied by my own cousin on the bus for being gay. And his ass got in big trouble because I snitched his little ass out, because no. So she then points out that I'm not supposed to have my headphones on, and I was like, they're not even connected to anything. And she's like, that doesn't matter. And I'm like, that has nothing to do with what's going on right now. Like, you're gonna what? Do you know what she said to me? And I ended up getting detention for the rest of the day that day. And then just for that class period, the rest of the week. And that pissed me off. Because I'm gonna miss, I don't understand that. I don't understand detention in schools anyway. Because I got in trouble in one class because I don't agree with his teacher. We'd had a disagreement. So even though education is so important, I'm gonna force you to go sit in a room and not be able to go to any of your other classes. I was a good student. I had 1 C on my report card. No, 2 C's on my report card from K to 12. Okay? And the first C I got was not even my fault. My science teacher that same year, the one who called for the school officer, lost a bunch of my makeup work when I got sick, and then gave me half credit for everything after I redone it, even though she was the one that lost it. I turned it into her. All of it was stapled together, had my name on every page and my class period, and she lost my packet of makeup work. And then made me redo all of it, and then when I turned it in, I only got half credit, which brought my grade down to a C. So that C was not even my fault. That was bullshit. And the second C I had was Spanish 2. Okay? Honors. I took Spanish 2 honors. So, understandable. And it was a high C. It was almost a B. I was like 2 points away from a B. So, I was an AB student, damn it. And I was a good kid. I never got in trouble, really. And they don't even want to address the fact of what happened. So now I'm in detention for the rest of the day, that day. And then I'm in detention for the rest of the week for that class period. Well, that following week, I go back to class and I ask her for my makeup work. And apparently there was this policy that if you got detention, you didn't get to make up any of your work. Which I thought, of course, was bullshit. Because it is bullshit. And I was mad because that was because that happened on a Monday. That was a week's worth of work in that class, and it was going to fail me. Because she wasn't going to let me make up any of them, because there were so many lessons you did in a day, and you got an individual grade for each lesson. So, she wasn't letting me make up any of it, and I was going to fail that class and have to redo 8th grade for bullshit. I went home that Monday and told my mom that they weren't going to let me make up any of that work. She was already pissed off about what had happened anyway. So she decided she's going to go to the school the next day and just have a good old chat with our principal. And if you knew my mom, you could just imagine how that went. So, needless to say, when I go into class Wednesday, because Tuesday she didn't get to go into like the end of the day because she worked and didn't get off till 3:30 or 3 that day, or left early. I don't really remember. I think she left a little early so that she could go and talk to the principal. But it wasn't until the end of the day. So Wednesday, when I go into my 3rd period keyboarding computer class with this teacher that I can't stand, and obviously cannot stand me, I get a packet of all the lessons that I missed that following week. And then I have till the end of this week to complete them and the lessons that I have. And I can't do them at home. Needless to say, I almost decked this bitch in the face for a second time, took the packet out of her hands, went and sat down, and I finished half of that packet that day in that class period. And then toward the end of the day, I asked to go back and sit and finish the rest. And I don't think she was expecting me to get them done. And that was the bitch way of doing it, because she didn't like me. But I hope you guys enjoyed this story time video. Thanks for joining me again today and tuning in and just enjoying it, I hope. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell to be alerted for when I post again. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video.